Hello everyone! So we've reached our third and final video on diddles. So first of all, if you've not watched video 1 or video 2, then if you could get on that first please, because they are all relevant to then this third lesson. Now diddles, again very quickly, is all about doubling up a note value. So we've been looking at doubling up a semiquaver and turning that into a demi-semiquaver, or a 16th note into a 32nd note. Now, video 1 and 2, as I said, go through all the different placements within the 4 semiquaver subdivisions, and there's some really great practice pad warm-up exercises. So go through those 2 videos first. This video today, we're going to be moving on to the whole kit today, and we're going to be looking briefly at 2 applications. One is going to be how we can bring that into fill-ins, and the second one is how to bring that into 16th beats. Okay, so these will be kind of really important, relevant things. Now, I understand like it's locked down at the moment, not everyone has access to their drum kit. If you do, then obviously, you know, brilliant, make the most of it, get on your drum kit for this lesson. If not, there's nothing bad about watching this video anyway and getting the ideas and getting the concept behind your head, and then getting on your kit when you're able to, whether that's in a practice room or whatever. So yeah, grab what you can. I mean, you can even just tap some of these examples out on your legs. So yeah, just grab what you can, and catch you in a bit. Okay, so after going through video 1 and 2 of diddles, we should now be able to move on to applying that to the whole kit. So we're going to start off with fill-ins, and we're just going to be concentrating on a quarter bar fill-in, and that will just be 4 semiquavers, which will be counted on the 4 E and A. And then what we do is we run through the 14 different placements that we went through in video 2. So if you're not sure of those 14 placements, go back to video 2 and have a recap through them. So how we're going to be doing this is, imagine we play the beat as this with the fill-in. It will just be... Okay, so that fill-in, which is 4 E and A, that's where we'll be bringing in the diddle. So for example, placement number 1, this becomes, which means the beat and the fill-in then become. Okay, so it's just a way of kind of embellishing the fill-in just a little bit, making it a little bit more interesting. And again, you would then go through placement 2, which was, again, as a beat and fill-in. Okay, it's got a nice little roll to it. The third placement. And then the fourth one being... Okay, and you take exactly the same process, but you go through all 14. Okay, I'm going to take this super slowly. If at any point you're not sure where I'm going with this, just press pause, rewind it, watch it again, try and play through it. And again, I'm just going to play this the once round, but you would do this for much longer. Okay, and this is just all on the snare. So here we go. This is going through all 14 placements. Okay, so that is all 14. They're all instantly usable, and you can hear they're quite a long way off from the initial ba 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 fill-in. Again, that's at a very slow tempo. You could obviously speed that up. You could start to take that around the drum kit. Also taking it one step further, you could go for a half bar fill-in. So the fill would be twice as long. So for example, with placement 1, you would have this. Okay, or for placement 2, if you did this with another groove leading up to it, you would have this. Or as I say, you could take that around the kit, and for example, that could become. Okay, again with a beat, it would go a bit like this. Okay, and that is, again, that's just one placement. You've got 14 different ones to go through. And if I was to cover all of the 14 and all of the different variations, I mean, this video would go on literally for hours and hours. So, you know, I just want to give you the bare basics and the understanding of this, and then you can go away and you can practice coming up and improvising your own fills. One other little thing that you could do with this is you could mix those placements within a fill-in. So you could, I'll give you one example here, you could put it on, say, the first placement, and this is a half bar fill-in. You could put it on the first placement and then the second placement. So if I'll do it all on the snare drum, it makes a bit more sense. So we go and do that again. Okay, and one more time. Again, fill. Okay, so let me know how you get on with the fill-ins first of all. I said that's kind of a quick gloss through. There's loads and loads you can do with that. Now, the second thing that I wanted to talk about today, and again, without taking hours and hours going through this, is how we can then bring some of those diddles into a beat. Okay, so we have this type of beat that's called a 16th beat. Again, I know some of you have done this, some of you haven't. So a basic 16th beat is where we play single sticking, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, on the hi-hat, and then we just bring in the bass drum and the snare drum to create the backbeat. So I'll just play you a very basic 16th beat, and we've got. Okay, as 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Now that lends itself quite nicely to adding in those diddles. Okay, so instead of going, we could play it on the hi-hat. And again, it's just a nice way to kind of embellish those 16th beats. So, you know, you end up with these. Okay, rather than it just being a straight. Okay, now in that example I was just obviously just adding in various diddles at any point. What you should find is wherever you put the diddles, it shouldn't interrupt the flow of the single sticking. Okay, now again you could go through those 14 placements. Some will work better than others, purely because, and I'll give you an example, exercise 1, which was right, right, left, right, left. Again, it's all well and good when you play that on the pad or as a fill-in, but actually when you put that to the beat, it does mean you end up doubling up the snare drum, which, I mean, you could do, or you could just miss it out. Personally, I prefer to then just put the diddles where the snare drum isn't landing. Okay, so if you go through those 14, not all of these will necessarily work as well because of where the diddle lands on the snare. Let me give you an example though. Placement 2, which is right, left, left, right, left. Again, slowly with the beat. Okay, or a bit quicker. Or on the third placement. Or for example, the fourth. Okay, and you just work your way through those 14. Let me give you an example of adding in maybe where there's 2. Okay, that's quite a common one actually, quite a nice one. Again, those diddles kind of fill the gaps where, you know, you may not be playing a bass drum or a snare drum. So yeah, as I said, there's quite a lot here, and I understand that's quite a quick gloss over. You could spend hours, and I hope you do spend hours on using these both as fill-ins and grooves. What you could then do, you know, long term is combine the two. You know, so for example, you could do a okay, so you're just starting to kind of improvise around them a little bit. As I say, I know that's kind of a quick go through this, but try and spend some time on your kit. Watch back the video as many times as you can. Pause anything, slow it down if you need to. It would be absolutely lovely. Some of you have been sending me little videos and ideas of what you've been running through. So I would love to see anything like that. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or send me an email. If this was too much, go back over video 1 and 2, but just enjoy it, have fun, enjoy, because it's a wonderful instrument, right? And I will see you next Friday. Subscribe, comment, share about, and let me know how you get on. And more importantly, have a great week. Okay, take care.